Okay, so now that we've done our 2 pockets, that's going to be for the sides of the bag, and we've also done the pockets at the front, zip pockets at the front. We attached our straps. Now we need to put our pockets to our inside of our lining. So we've got our 2 pieces of lining material, and we've marked up the centres. Did I? Let's have a look. No, I haven't marked it on this one, so let's quickly mark up the centres. So fold your piece of material in half, and just snip. I'm sure I did, but I think when I've done the zigzag, it's sort of like covered it up. So just make a little slit on both sides of the material, and then also in the middle as well, going across the other way. So fold it up. Right, so that's our 2 pieces of material, and this is our 2 pockets. So first of all, again, the reason we don't overlock or free thread or zigzag the pockets is because they're going to be turned inside out, and then they'll have a thin stitch all the way around, so there's no worry about them fraying out. So get your 2 materials facing face to face with each other. Get some pins and just first of all pin the corners. And then we need to stitch it all the way around, but we need to leave a gap for us to turn it inside out. So just so that we don't forget, we put a pin where we're going to be finishing off, and then we'll put a pin where we're going to be starting off from. And basically this, between those 2 pins, we're going to leave a gap. We're not going to stitch that bit so that we can turn it inside out. So here we are. Take it to your machine and just take that starting point, pin it out, and start stitching. Just back stitch the biggest starting point. Just before you get to the end, stop, leave your needle in, lift your foot, turn the material around, put your pin down, your foot down again, and stitch all the way to this corner now. Again, just before you get to the end, stop, leave your needle in, lift your foot and turn it round. Again, leaving your needle in, turning it round with your foot off, put your foot back down and come. Now as you're coming down, this is going to be your last corner. It was where we started off from, so we're going to have a finishing point here. When you come down, you want to line it up with that line that you started off with, so it's matching. So as you're sewing, try and line it up with that line, turn it around, and then come to this needle to stop, to leave a gap. Back stitch and stop. Take your pins out. Right, so we've stitched it from one position here, went all the way around all four corners and come back and stopped here. So we've got a gap here now. We're going to turn our pocket inside out, but before we do that, we just want to snip off the edges, the corners, to make it easy for us to turn it inside out and not have some bulge there. So get your scissors and just snip the corners, but not touching your stitching. So all four corners. If there is anything bulgy, you can take the snip away, but that's fine. And then get your finger right to the inside corner with your thumb inside, finger on top, pushing it out like so. Take your thumb right down to the other corner, again with your finger pushing it out, and then taking all the corners out, turning it inside out. Where's my needle gone? So with a pointy bit, but not too sharp, try and just take the corners out without pushing too hard, not to make a hole in it. Once you've done it, by all means go ahead and take it and iron it. I'm just going to finger press it, so just pulling the two stitches together and just pin. So where we've got the gap, that's down the bottom. The top part we need to do a top stitch. So take it to your machine. Like I said, if you want to go ahead and press it to make it nice and neat, you can do. But I'm fine just as I'm stitching it, I will be adjusting the lines up together and just pulling and pressing as I'm stitching. So just a small back stitch there, and then just line it up like I said, pressing and adjusting as you're stitching it. What's wrong with this machine? I am pressing, it's not going. A little back stitch there, and then just so there we are, just done a little thin top stitch there. Now with our material, our lining that we're going to have it attached to, as I said, we've already marked up our centres. Open it up, so you've got your centre here. This is quite easy because it's they're all like stripes there, so we can see it's that blue line. You want to do the same with your pocket, just fold it in half to indicate where the middle is. So we've got it there just on that white strip. So open it up and attach this to the center of your, so it's on that blue strip and it's on this white strip, so we've got it centered. And then again with your pins, just start pinning. Oops. If you have got time, by all means iron them. It'd be nice and flat and be easy. Now we're going to take it to our machine and stitch all the way down here then down the bottom, and as we're coming down this bottom, you want to make sure that that gap is everything's tacked in, and you've got a nice neat edge matching to the other one, and just stitching on top of that and then going upwards there. So we're going to do U-shape stitching, leaving this top part as our open pocket. So again, take it to your machine. Backstitch the beginning and the end. Hold your material down and then pull your pocket so it's nice and straight, and stitch. Leave your needle in, lift your foot, turn it round. Straighten all your material out, put your foot down again, fold and pull, and make sure that you've got this line in straight and everything tacked in. Needle in, foot up, turn it round, put your foot down, pull on your material in your pocket, straighten it up and stitch. Back stitch and cut. Don't know why my bobbin isn't cutting, but so remove your pins. And there you've got a pocket. Now I've got the same pocket to go on the other side of my lining, so we're going to do a pocket on the other side. But with this pocket, I mean, by all means you can leave it like this so you've got a nice deep pocket. But what I want to do is I want to stitch it in the middle, or maybe just a little bit on, so one side's a bit wider than the other. So perhaps I'll stitch it on this grey line here. I'm going to stitch it along there, so you've got two pockets. So that you can, it'd be ideal to put your glasses and your phone in the pockets like that, or your pencil case or whatever. But that's what I want to do. I want to do this side to make it a double pocket. So take it to your machine upside down, not the open end side. This side where you want to have your stitching, like I said, you can have it right in the middle if you want, but I'm just going to go a bit further so it's not right in the middle. So I'm going to start on that grey line and come all the way down to that grey line. Back stitch first, and then just stitch all the way down. What is wrong with this machine? Again, back stitch at the end. And cut. Like I said, my bobbin is not cutting. Right, so here we are. We've got a double pocket on this side of my lining. So there, it's a nice size to put their phones or their pencil cases or their glasses. I just thought it's more useful doing it this way. So I've got on one side you've got double pocket, and on the other side I'm just going to leave it as a whole pocket. So that's how you would put your pocket on the inside of your lining, or on top of your it could be on top, you could do exactly the same thing to the top of your bag, you know, any bag. that's just how you would do pockets. So I hope that was helpful. Yes, I will continue doing the same thing with the other pocket to the other side of my bag. Well, there we are. The other pocket's done. And as I said, I'm going to be leaving this one as one piece. So that's the pocket. And on the other side, we've got two pockets. And they'll go face to face like so. And it'll be on the inside of our rucksack. And that's how you do the pockets. Now we just tied up all these loose cotton and that to make it all tidy, and then put our bag together. Thank you for watching.